Alright, I'm going to be showing you how to change the nozzle in your PR-15. First, you want to make sure there's no air connected to the gun to keep things safer. You're going to need a rag, of course a new nozzle, a 3 and 32 Allen key. I'm not really for sure what you call that, but 3 and 32, T-Tech gun grease, a flathead, and you might need a Phillips head to get the pin out. On this model, you can kind of get it out with your finger. So it's going to come out. And it's not going to come out all the way, so don't force it. Make sure the dust cover is flipped up. Pull the receiver off. And your barrel is going to be stuck to the hop up, or not to the hop up, to the nozzle. So you can get your thumb down there, down the mag well, and kind of pop it out. And the first time it's kind of hard to get out, but after that it's really easy, so just set that aside. And all you needed is the lower receiver. And your gun, if it's a stock PR-15 model, it will probably have a screw up here. You need to unscrew that to be able to twist it. So after you unscrew that, you're going to take your 3 and 32 Allen key, unscrew the screw at the bottom. Take some force, nothing you can't do though. It'd be easier if you had like a screwdriver or a drill, but this would work just fine. And you also have to make sure it's a longer kind of Allen key, because this one's, like, as you can see, it's longer so it can fit down the mag well. Some of the smaller ones, they don't really work. Mine came in a set that looks like this, and I picked that up at Lowe's. So if you don't have one, go pick one up. And you're going to take your flathead and unscrew the flathead screw down there. And this screw isn't going to come all the way out, so don't force it. Give it a couple good turns. And you'll be able to see if it's out. Looking down here, you'll be able to see the screw separated from the fusion engine itself, and then you can just start turning counterclockwise. And this spring is going to be on there. If it comes off, it's alright, just put it back on. Now you're left with this piece right here, and the nozzle just comes straight out. Just push it, no force required at all, and you have your nozzle and your piece. So you're going to take your new nozzle and you're going to lubricate it with the T-Tech Gun Save grease. And what I did, I got a Q-tip and I cut the fuzzy ends off to kind of stick the grease down the nozzle to get it lubricated. And something to make it easier on yourself, you're either going to want a rag or try not to get your fingers really greasy, but that's really hard to do because it's hard to get the gun back together if your fingers are really greasy. So you're going to get the outside ring, lubricate that, fairly well, and then there's another ring inside. I think there's two, I'm not for sure. You can kind of see it. I can't really show you on the camera, but stick it down there and lubricate it in there, and you should be good to go. Put your thing back in the bottle, and you're good to go. And now wipe your hands off to make things easier on you. Alright, now we're going to shove the nozzle. Little end right here goes down the big end, so it should come out the small end. So little end and the big end, and now you're going to want to line it up and just push it through, and it should go in there really nice and easy. Now we're going to put it back on the lower receiver and start screwing it. And this is where it's hard if your hands are really greasy, because it's almost impossible to screw this thing in all the way if your hands are greasy. My hands are doing more sliding than they are screwing right now. Alright, so it's going to screw and it won't go on anymore. It's actually going to go a little bit too far. So what you're going to want to do is line up the screw hole with the hole on the that you can see through the mag well, and you can also see up here if you want to get it like straight. You don't want it tilted or nothing like that because the screws won't go through. So you're going to want to push it down, hold it with one hand, and put the screw in with the other hand. So I'm going to put the screw on the Allen key and get it on. Now we're going to go down the mag well, and it came off. Alright, so there it is. Just gonna screw it down. And you want to tighten this as tight as you can, because these screws come out after a while. I've lost mine playing. I've lost two actually, just changing my nozzle, and I haven't tightened it enough, and it just comes out. So if you think it's tight enough, it's not. You got to keep tightening it. That was far away. Tighten it as much as you can. It might hurt your hand, but you know, bear through the pain. And now you're gonna do the flathead. And this is hard also if your hands are greasy, because it slides around. Alright. And you should be able to see through this crack right here, you know, if it gives or not, you know, if the screws are in there well enough. And your nozzle should move back and forth if your spring's in contact correctly. And there you have it. So, you know, take your barrel, slide it down into the outer barrel, make sure everything's intact. It should go down all the way. Make sure the fins go inside the upper receiver. And be careful, because on some models, not the stock PR15, but you know, like my GMP, the mag bolt catch thing comes off. So just slide it back on, and make sure your pin is out of the upper receiver, or the lower receiver, I'm sorry. And it's gonna go right on there. And like press the crane stock against your stomach or something like that, and just give it some force and push the pin down, and the pin should go all the way through. And there you have it. You have now successfully changed your nozzle. And subscribe, and look forward to some more videos.